This video is going to be analysing and discussing the Void Intercept battles in the first Descendant and what they mean to the game. Just a reminder to people, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, like, comment, share, etc. So this is going to be a breakdown of Void Intercept battles, very similar to the previous video that's done really well. So I want this video to do really well as well if we can, which it's just going to be breaking down these missions. So these are not raids, if that's your first question. They're not going to be considered as a raid, but they are endgame content within the first Descendant. They are unique Colossus style bosses, right, which each one is very unique and they have weaknesses and strengths, right? And you want to change your loadout and accustom to each Colossus differently. You might even want to change your Descendant as a result, especially on the harder difficulties. So this is just analysing the footage. So what's the boss doing? Let's have a look. Well, is there some sort of arc shield up there? The boss is shielded, by the way. There is a 10-minute timer ticking down, and the death count or death revive tokens they have is free. And there's 4 teammates. So if all of them die once, they're done. So you've got to be really careful in these missions, even on normal difficulty. So they've stun locked the boss here. They're putting in the damage, which he should have swapped, I think, to be honest, to his heavy or something when that boss had stunned. But I don't know the ins and outs of this game. So to do damage, also they can grapple the boss like this, look, and take one of those plates off, because the bosses have weakness zones that you need to attack with your guns, or you can grapple them like that. Look, the boss is now stunned, so they can get their damage in. Boss is still got an overshield, which I don't know if it regens. I don't think it does. The white bar that's going down at the top. This guy is on Sharon, which is a assassin class, which to be honest, I don't think I would pick this class for intercept battles. I wouldn't be playing with it like all the time, because this is a CQC build, whereas you want a long range build for intercept battles, I think. But again, I don't know that for sure, but this is, I'm just telling you what class he was on, which was Sharon, a assassin class. So now we've got some ads. Right, some ads have spawned. That's one criticism of the Void Intercept battles so far for me. Look at this. Before I say that, the boss has now put up a snow globe. So if you're trapped in the snow globe, you get frozen. The boss does ice damage or chill damage to you. This boss is all about ice. Yeah? But yeah, one criticism about the Void Intercept battles is that it's not ad dense enough. But they can buff that. Alright, and this is just normal gameplay. Hard mode's a bit different. But yeah, if I was to say anything, buff the ad density and you've really got something going here. But it's a live service game. Nexon will be able to do changes. So if people, start voicing saying, the Void Intercept battles, they're really cool, the boss mechanics are really cool, but we want to be challenged a bit more with ads on top of having to juggle a boss and mechanics, then I'm sure that they can do that. Just up the ad density. That's really easy. Just hit a number. They'll be able to multiply that. So, but I'm by no means saying Void Intercept battles are easy right out the gate. Right? Maybe on normal they may well be, but on hard mode you'll have to know about the activity and what to do. So boss's shield has only just gone down. That took this team longer than 3 minutes to do. This is only normal, by the way. Only normal. They've took the boss's shield down. They're now starting to do some damage. I will say that this guy's barely broke out his heavy weapon. That is a thing. That is a slight criticism, to be honest. But he's putting in some chip damage, shall we say that. Is he going to swap to his heavy? Swap to your heavy! He has. He swapped to his damn shotgun. Here we go. Some shotgun damage in. I can't see exactly what damage that's doing, if it's actually relevant or effective. It didn't look like a lot, but he's at least putting some damage in. Right, now he's back to primary in the boss. The boss has done the icicle attack thing. So it's AI pattern. It's boss pattern. So he's put his shield up. You'll know when the snow globe comes up when there's orange particles around you. I'll point it out next time it happens. So now they're getting close to half HP. Boss is debuffed. You'll see below the boss's HP, you'll see debuffs. So certain status ailments will appear there. Look at the liquefied water. It does poison tick damage. The guy's shields are depleted. He's now down to HP only. The HP bar and shield is below his reserve ammo, in the middle of just below the middle of the screen, right? So, and also look, take note of the def count 3. That's going to go down in a few minutes, right? So the battle will start to get more intense. There was a snow globe up there, if you saw it, to the left-hand side. The guy was out of it, though. So it requires movement, all right? It requires movement, this game. It requires movement, shooting, mechanics, and they will get more as the Intercept battles go on, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, but going back to if you were to solo this, that's where the game for me is going to shine, because as you know from my main channel that I have on YouTube regarding where I upload Destiny 2 stuff, the reason why it's lasted so long and the reason why I've lasted so long with it is because of solo content, or solo flawless content as we like to call it in the Destiny 2 community. But the thing about the solo flawless content is that it requires a lot of moving parts. You need good movement, you need good knowledge of the game meta-wise, and you need a good skill built up over time. This game is going to give you an outlet for that, for solo stuff. And if you don't believe me, I've got footage to prove it. Coming up after this fight, we're going to show you this boss done on solo, on hard mode, not on normal, on hard mode. Look, the death count 1, so 2 people have died. They've still knocked boss, they're going to put damage in. But 2 people have died. All the teammates are up. You can see their HPs and stuff. This guy's HP is low. It's less than half. His shields are getting to half now. But they're starting to take control of the fight a little bit. They lost control of it at a minute there. It's all about execution. This might have been their first clears. I have no idea who these players are. I'm just trying to break down the Intercept gameplay. I'm not trying to criticize these players. They were playing during beta test. I'm sure if I had the footage, my footage would have been similar on my first clears. Because it's a brand new IP. It's brand new, completely. And it's different to almost pretty much anything you played. Like, if you look at Warframe, yeah, has Warframe got, like, bosses like this? It really hasn't. A lot of it's just, Warframe's just like, add, some minor mechanics, boss at the end, melt the boss with some superlative build, and farm for Warframe parts. Yeah, for different Warframes. For like, for neurotics or systems blueprints and stuff like that. Like, I've played the Warframe bosses. I wasn't impressed with a lot of them. Some of them I was happy with. I'm on about the ones on the maps and stuff, on the planets. But some of them were really old-fashioned, like 2014 gameplay, which they are. Some of the bosses are from 2014. Whereas this game, it's all brand new, it's next-gen stuff. The bosses are looking really well designed. You need movement, right, to succeed. Yeah, especially if you're solo, and you need to have a good understanding of builds and how the game works. And a lot of that, what I'm just saying, will help me as a player be happy in the game. Seriously. The boss's one-shot. Remember, this was normal. I remind you, this was normal. They lost 2 revives. The team sort of struggled. Look at the HP bars of the team. They're all half or less. Yeah? Well, the main guy isn't. He's recovered his HP. But obviously, again, it depends on builds. The boss is just about killed. Take note of the loot they get. It will pop up on the right-hand side. They get a lot of loot. Look at that. It just pops from the boss. We love that feeling, man. Screw chests. I like it when loot just pops out of the damn boss. Like that. So that's the normal Intercept Void breakdown. Let's break down solo hard mode of this Colossus fight, which is Debride. So this guy's on the Gley class, which is a glass cannon build within the first Descendant. With a lot of people saying he's probably was the best class in the game during beta tests. But I believe they've changed the way Gley works since the footage that you're seeing on screen. This footage is from 8 months ago, whereas the footage just before this was from the final beta test 3 weeks ago. So this was from 8 months ago, so just bear that in mind, but let me just analyze it anyways. This guy's buffed himself, he's consumed some HP to get Berserk mode, which does increase damage to enemies and bosses, etc, etc. So look at that. He also gets HP spheres off enemies because of the passive buff from Gley. Yeah, the character that he's on. He stuns the boss solo. Look at the damage he's doing. This is hard mode, by the way, so he's got some crazy build going, likely. He's looking to stun the kneecaps. That's what he's going for right now. Look at the boss TP. It's a damn overload champion, look. Boss is looking to do some sort of AI pattern, but this guy's playing super aggressive and knows exactly what he's doing. Very, very good player at first Descendant, this guy, whoever he is. Right, stunning the boss as well. Shield's taken down. That's because of Gley. That's because of Gley and the buffs that you can do. He's now going to do some sniping, or try to. He's out of position. He's going to grapple out of there. He's getting poisoned by the liquefied water. His HP, his shields are broken. His HP's half HP. Boss is TP'd right on top of him and then TP's away. Look at this damn overload champ. If you like Tormentors from Destiny 2, you will like these boss fights. Seriously. The only thing I would say is that there's not enough ads in them. But there is some. There's just not enough, in my opinion. But they can buff this at a later date. I have no worries about it. I'm sure they will. I'll try to let them know that, as I said, that they should probably up ad density. The snow globe. So there's a snow globe here. The guy's being caught out by this, but his movement's good enough to get out of it. Then there's a beam blast. Now he's on map rotation, so this player's good. He's doing it for a reason. Look at the destructible objects as well, all around the map. So the longer you play, the more intense it gets, because the less cover that there will be. This is actually really smart and clever game design. So this guy's just sort of trying to reposition himself. Ads have spawned. He's getting HP Sophias because of Gley. Gley's going to be one of my picks. I'm going to end up getting Gley. Try to get Gley early on if you can. I know that they reworked it. I don't know the exact details of the rework. Oh, he got frozen by the boss. Did you see that? He got actually frozen by the boss. So honestly, like, this is meeting all the parameters that I would like from a game. Challenging solo, you need the knowledge of the you need to know the knowledge of the game meta-wise. You need to have certain builds, but it won't be just open to one build. You'll be able to solo this with lots of various builds because there's tons of mods in the game. Boss is doing snow globe. He needs to run. He needs to escape quickly, which he's done. He's one shot, by the way. So look at this. He's one shot. He's got sniper out. He's doing some good crit damage. Look at that HP bar chunking. He's definitely playing very aggressive. Some of the best first Descendant gameplay I've watched. Very good. Honestly, I was really excited when I seen this. I was like really in awe when I watched it. I was like, thank God the game's gonna allow this. Now he's got some HP back. Snow globe has popped. Lot of mechanics to handle. Just imagine if the ad density was up. Boom, this is all of a sudden really difficult to solo. It is already by the looks of it. Like, you know, there's some coordination being done here. You know, it's not just I'm standing, I've got boots, heavy boots on, and I'm just shooting and stuff like Outriders was. He got lead boots on. He hasn't. All right, this is you feel very athletic in this game, right? And that's a core thing. You've got to feel athletic, the movement's got to be good, and the gunplay's got to be good, and the build to gun ratio needs to be bob on, and it is. He's not spamming his abilities. He isn't. He's using his abilities quite a bit, but it's focused, I would say 60 to 70% on gunplay and 30% to ability play, which is absolutely bob on, perfect for me. The ability to gun split ratios, bob on with this gameplay. And there's a lot of movement. That's good. Whenever the game's too stationary, especially shooter-wise, it falls off because it's bad. It's just not good to watch. This is good to watch. And I assure you, when the game comes out and you see people solo these Colossus battles, you're gonna watch this stuff. As long as the game doesn't fail, which I don't think it will. I don't think it will fail. I have confidence in it. For the most part, I do. But you're gonna want to watch this sort of gameplay. Especially with the harder intercept. Like, this is one of the starting intercept battles. This isn't one of the end ones. It's one of the starting ones. So the guy's just sniping. He's finishing the boss off. What's his time on? He's less than 5 minutes now. So he completed this really quickly for a solo. Considering the team before this, what time they did. And it was on normal. But this guy had a full dedicated build to it. But that was the video about Void Intercept battles. I hope you enjoy. Thank you.